Well, a fine good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm actually at home, and I thought I would share with you my research material. This is actually a special thank you video for the people who have subscribed to my channel. 54 to date, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. As you can see, I do have an interesting array of books. You probably notice all the cool stuff I have in front of the books. My bronze little statues and these guys here. I can usually, there we go. Starting to make it wave, head nod. Anyway, entertain trash. And then these books as well. All my local history books. Since I am branching out to other areas of Vermont, I would be interested in other books you might have to suggest to me, maybe as a general overview of your area, and maybe something more specific. This was a gift. This guy here. Can't think of the name of that cartoon he's from. He's a lamb, though. And a few more books down here as well. So I'm going to go out to my patio with a handful of these books to talk about them a little more in depth. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright, so this first book is not so much about the title or the author. It's about the library from which it came. Lyman C. Hunt Jr. I'm sure you've heard of the school of the same name. I'll be offering a series on schools pretty soon, since I've been visiting cemeteries out the wazoo lately. But I'm fascinated with cemeteries, as you may have noticed, and so much history. You know, the markers, how cemeteries are cared for or not. What's the use of perpetual care? I'd say virtually none, but I was at a cemetery yesterday. I haven't aired that footage yet, and that was a very well cared for cemetery. So that was really wonderful to see. But I do have some schools I'm going to be visiting pretty soon to share their histories with you, and particularly the people for whom they are named. And I just really like the fact I own this book, which is from the Lyman C. Hunt Jr. Library. Does it say anything inside, actually? Let's take a look-see. I like this quotation right here. I don't know who it's from. Doesn't say where it's from, but it says that our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after the similitude of a palace. Let's see if I can bring that in for you. Not looking good. Yeah, I don't think I can get that any better. Copyright is 1903 by Mrs. E.G. White, with a copyright of 1952 by the Ellen G. White Publications. So this is definitely a reprint. I don't want to say too much about Lyman C. Hunt Jr. at all, because it would spoil the information about the school itself. So there's that. Next up is an interesting book entitled Empty Beds, A History of Vermont State Hospital. Let me get this up here better. And this is by Marcia R. Kincheloe and Herbert G. Hunt Jr. Kincheloe? I don't know. Surprisingly enough, I have 2 copies of this book. I don't know how I acquired 2, but I did. It is woefully out of print, which is a shame. Has wonderful photographs in it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to, this is 1988, published 89, by Marcia Kincheloe, in Barre, Vermont. So pretty interesting stuff. And really looking forward to sharing this information too, because it's not just, I chose traveling for history because before COVID, I was actually traveling. Went to Athens, Greece, for instance. I do have a video on that, but it's a series of photographs which I made into a movie. And some of the ghost towns I visited, same thing. I wasn't filming because I didn't have a channel at the time, and wasn't really in my realm of thinking. But my plan is eventually to get back to traveling out of the state. But right now I don't feel comfortable being in an airplane, even though I've been double vaccinated. I still wear a mask at the grocery store, for instance, and other places where there will be a lot of people. I don't really eat out at restaurants all that much. Twice, maybe? I think maybe twice I've eaten out at a restaurant recently. And I like to eat out. So right now I'm just traveling around the state. Mainly Chittenden County, because I know Chittenden County best, but I've been in Washington County as well. At a couple of cemeteries, no big surprise there. If you haven't caught any of my Greenmount Cemetery, Greenmount in Montpelier, Vermont, there's some lovely funerary art there. I have another one coming up next week. And St. Augustine Cemetery, which was suggested to me as an abandoned cemetery, but it's not actually abandoned. The St. Augustine Church in Montpelier does do some things for it, including cutting the grass. But what was interesting about that is once I walked through the gates, it really felt as if I had walked into another time. I don't think I said that in the video itself. It was kind of interesting. It's a beautiful cemetery, but some of those monuments are in danger of falling over. Frost heaves are not our friends. Not the friends of, certainly not the friends of grave monuments. And that's a terraced cemetery. We don't have those in Burlington, Vermont. Our cemeteries are flat. But frost heaves are not our friends there either. And then here's this last one I'm going to show you of my personal collection. This is a fantastic booklet. Last I knew, neither the Fletcher Free Library nor Special Collections at UVM, which houses local history, has this. It's called Tercentenary of Lake Champlain, 1609 to 1909. And this is just chock full of photographs. As you can see, I have bookmarked practically every book I have, and this one is no different. So I have gotten quite a bit of information from here. This is the G.S. Blodgett building. I have, I'll be recording a history of that pretty soon. This is the interior of that place. How amazing is that? It says, because I don't think I can get it clear enough here, west end of warerooms of G.S. Blodgett Company. And I just can't get that in focus. I apologize for that. I think it's more my my inability, but it could be just my camera isn't that great on my phone. Let me see. What else? This booklet has interior shots of all sorts of businesses. It's an absolute treasure trove, because I can assure you that that is not common at all, not even a little bit. Let me see if I can get this one for you. I can't read it through my viewfinder. This is the interior of Stone's shoe store, which was at 84 Church Street. a high-class shoe store in the city. It was known as the leading high-class shoe store in the city. Huh. How fun is that? I just love the fact that there are interior pictures. Now, here is a picture of College Street, east from St. Paul Street, known as Financial Row. I can almost get that in view. So anyway, I love using this one because it's so unusual. Here's the interior of Manzoor's jewelry store. This right here, this picture right here. Where was that located? 71 Church Street. I'll have to be on Church Street. I'm going to be on Church Street pretty soon anyway. I have some buildings I'm going to be filming shortly. So anyway, that's all fun and games. Fun and games for me. I certainly enjoy offering these videos to you. So I do, let me put my booklet back up here so you're not looking at my patio completely. I do wonder how you feel about the different videos, the cemeteries particularly, since I've been focusing on them so much lately. But I can't tell you how much I appreciate your subscribing to my channel. It means the world to me. We're growing this channel together, one historic video after another. If you're not a subscriber, you may want to consider subscribing if you are enjoying the content I am providing. If you have suggestions, questions, comments, I've had a variety of comments at this point, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for the suggestions you've offered. I get a lot more comments on Facebook because I do post these videos in different groups to which I belong. I belong to 5 groups at this point, and keep those suggestions and comments coming. They are very welcomed by me. Some background: I have a degree in history from the University of Vermont. I earned that degree so long ago that that's actually just history now. But I'm a graduate also of Burlington High School. Anyone else heartbroken to know our high school is going to be torn down? I know I am. I never thought in my lifetime that that would occur. I mean, it was built in '63. I think the first class was '65. It opened in '64, but that last class, I think, was still at Edmonds High School. I'm pretty sure the first class, the graduating class from BHS, was in 1965. But correct me if I'm wrong. I do have a video on the exterior of the high school under my personal stories playlist. So, yeah, it's going to rain here, but we could use the rain. It'd be nice to break this heat wave. Let me see, what else? Anyhow, I do have some interesting videos coming up. Look forward to learning more about other parts of the state, because I plan to start expanding from Chittenden and Washington counties into other counties. Probably Franklin counties.
Hey guys. How y'all doing?
Alrighty, I'm back. My neighbor was just coming back from something and was loudly saying hello, so didn't want to expose you to that. Alright, well, I don't have much more to say. As I started to say, I do have some interesting videos coming up on a variety of local buildings which typically involve talking about people as well, as I continue to conduct research. The way the research works too, I do use Wikipedia quite often, and Wikipedia is not the nightmare, abhorrent garbage it once was years ago. They do have notations at the bottom, so I do do an arbitrary check of any given notation they offer, and it has led to worthy websites, such as the variety of Medal of Honor recipients I have covered. And they do cite from the Medal of Honor website, for instance, the citations. So I consider Wikipedia at this point overall a decent source. And of course I do have some knowledge as well. Decades of research will do that. Some behind the scenes stuff I know you weren't expecting to hear, but it's still true. I'll spend a few days conducting research, and I'll go out and film 3 to 5 videos. I go out maybe twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, so I have enough videos to get me through a week and a half, and then do it all over again. I enjoy it, and you seem to as well. So again, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. So I have some great videos coming up, and look forward to sharing them with you. Alrighty, you have a great evening, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.